There's a wood shop in the distance. This has been a battlefield with endless creepers and fixing the creeper damage. But what I want to show this time is something that's so off the wall, it's kind of hard to believe. The Dungeon of Piros was my very first D&D campaign that I ran in 1984 when I was a senior in high school. And I just grabbed a sheet of graph paper, started drawing all these passages, this horrific maze, to torment the players with. And it's just funny how unbelievably nonsensical those old D&D hack and slash dungeons were. I mean, you'd literally have, like, this is room number 4, and there's 3 goblins just living in here. They're not eating anything, they just exist solely to torment the players. It makes no sense whatsoever. But that's what those old D&D mazes were like. And the cool thing, though, because they were on graph paper, they also had walls that were a meter thick. And endless little twists and turns in a way that no human being would actually build something this annoying, ever. It doesn't even make sense. But this is the torment we would put our players through as dungeon masters. So this was an extensive dungeon. It was I don't know, 80 something blocks by 40. I never completely finished it because the original thing had 7 sub-levels, and on sub-level 7 was a lake with a temple in the middle. I did finish all of level 1, parts of level 2, and it really is just hysterical. It's a complete reproduction of this old D&D. Here was a pit trap. You would walk in here and splat, you'd fall through to the library on level 4 and lose all these hit points, haha. Exactly like the original D&D module. Very funny. Just, you know, after a while I got so bored of having the same boring hallways that I would leave parts of the floors open so you could get glimpses around the corners and through the woods and stairs. And so, you know, ultimately, though, I would go back here and dress it up with some furniture. But what a mind game! This whole idea that this is how our dungeon crawls used to be. So when I see Minecraft came out, and yeah, what they call a dungeon is just, you know, a square with a monster spawner. It's like, no, dude, this is what dungeons are like. They go on and on and on. Of course, not in the real world. In the real world, a dungeon can just be a drippy, cavernous room with a bunch of torture devices. But the classic D&D dungeon is an endless hallway mess that, you know, I can now not find my way out of. Well, yes I can, because I built it. See that? Wow, I can't believe I haven't been down there in ages. And I can still remember approximately what direction the exit is in. I know that actually I just remember that dirt path is the one that leads you back. And just to give you an idea of the scale of this thing, here is another access point to the giant dungeon. This goes down to the spider room down there, which actually has some plants and weeds planted in it. But another very interesting challenge. If you've been a game master, dust off your old maps and add them to your Minecraft world.